Very good afternoon to all of you ladies and gentlemen. First of all, thanks Professor Desai and Steve. Unfortunately, he's not here, asking me to come and share with you, some of my experience. Again, I promised that it won't be long, right? Okay. So I was told, about 5 to 10 minutes, so you need to keep the time. A very big congratulations to all of you. I feel younger now, actually, after seeing all the faces, young face, and going into the working society very soon. SMU actually have provided you a very, very good platform to get into the working society. I remember, when I first met Steve and Desai, actually it's in the old campus near Botanic Garden, from a very humble beginning to a very well recognized and dynamic university that everyone liked to associate with. So you should be proud of it. But having said that, today I would like to share with you some of my earlier life, more than 20-something years ago. I graduated in Hong Kong Polytechnic University in 1985 in electronic engineering. And I went to UK, to London, Imperial College, to continue my master's degree in communication engineering. And in 1986, I decided that actually to get a job after I graduated. So I got 3 offers. So I remember the first one is Singapore Polytechnic. So the principal actually met me in the Singapore Embassy in London. So he gave me a job. So asked me to come to Singapore and teach. And then another one is from Texas Instruments. I don't know whether you heard of this company called Texas Instruments. It gave me a PhD scholarship. Very structured to do the PhD. At the same time, you need to go to the lab in Bedford to do one topic. It's called Artificial Intelligence Applied in VLSI Design. Such a long topics. And the third one actually is from the industrial company. It's called ICL. I don't know whether it no longer exists already. I mean, at that time, it is the second biggest computer company in UK. About 25,000 people we have. And they manufacturing mainframes, so they're looking for graduate training. So I decided that I think I need to go into the industry rather than go and teach or go to PhD and all this. I want to see the world. So I decided to stay on in UK and pick up a job as a graduate trainee. So a lot of people say you must be crazy. You got a master's degree, why you go to graduate training? So when I joined them in November 1986, and I realized that among the batch, they got 2 PhD, one in biology and one in mathematics. There's quite a lot of people that have master's degree, and of course a lot of bachelor holders. So we started it, and we have good fun. The company provides good training, but of course this is you need to work as well. Every few months they will give you some technical skill training and soft skill training. But most of the time, actually, I was given is to on the job. You need to do the work, okay? And to cut the long story short, basically during the first year, I just take whatever I can. A lot of my senior colleagues, whatever they don't like to do, basically it is, Eddie, poor Eddie. So I'm the one actually to pick up whatever they don't like to do. I don't mind actually, so long there's something that I can learn. And I remember my salary is, a year package is only about £9,000. So after, I got all the tax, is I only get £421 a month. Okay? So I was living in Reading, that is about 15 miles west of London. I based there. And after I pay for the rent, it's £110 for the room. So I only get about £310 left. So I have no money actually to buy a car, so I have to walk to the office every day. And I have no money to court anyone. I have no girlfriend. So really, I have no girlfriend. So end up actually, I marry my landlady. Because that was the nearest. I don't need to drive to see her. We never started when I was staying there. It just happened that she was studying there, and the parents actually bought a house. She was studying law there. Parents bought a house and want to rent out some rooms to pay for the mortgage, so I'm one of the tenants. So don't think too much about it. But anyway, this save a lot of my money, by the way. Now, for 1 year, I got all sort of funny assignment, and I enjoyed it. So 1 year later, I remember my boss asked me, okay, Eddie, we just got a big job in Berkshire County Council. They're supposed to put in 3 senior consultants to develop a disaster recovery center. Now at that time, you know, a computer center, if you have been in a big computer center, is bigger than the football field. Berkshire County Council actually is the local government. The population is bigger than Singapore itself. So they have a lot of data in there, a lot of mainframe computer, mini computer, you name it. So they asked me actually, Eddie, okay, you have done good work, why don't you go there for 1 month to do some groundwork? So I said, lovely. Okay, so I went there. So I asked me, supposed to do some groundwork. So I started to interview people, talk to colleagues, talk to the people in Berkshire County Council. And what happened in the next 30 days, I literally worked nearly 24 hours a day. I worked free shift from 7 a.m. until way past midnight, Saturday and Sunday. Because develop a disaster recovery center, you must know that you need to test it. You need to see that when there's a disaster, you can recover. So the only time you can test the system is only on Sunday for few hours. That is the only time you can test it. Okay? So I have to work Saturday and Sunday as well. I work free shift. See people actually, it's like, wow. They don't believe it. Why you're like fixture in the office. So after 1 month, my boss came and see me. I say, hey, how's the progress? Then I give him the whole entire documentation and the program and the system fully completed. So they are very, very shocked. So I told myself, next time I don't think I can be a technical support or programmer, because if I get this kind of task, I cannot sleep. I really want to finish it. So after that, no regret, they sent me to Manchester to develop another bigger systems for the whole entire country for our own company. Now the story basically it is, that's a real story by the way. When I started work, I only have, after rental, is only 310 pounds. Okay? And I never asked for any pay rise. And I thought, in my mind, never think about leaving the organization. I just want to learn. I just want to learn as much as I can within a few years. And after that 2 years in England, they sent me back to Hong Kong, ICO Hong Kong, and then ICO New Zealand. I was with the organization for 6 years. I walked through, technical support to pre-sale, to head the pre-sales department, and then become the major account manager to doing sales. And after that, I went to New Zealand to head up the product marketing team. And in between, they even sponsored me to do the distant learning of MBA. Okay. Now, one thing I really learned is you need to gain the trust from your boss and your employer. Now, I realized that getting a lot because I'm sort of, I've been working in the last 20-something years. I realized there's a lot of graduates, when there's a good time, they always like to jump off. Okay, probably 2-3 times a year. I don't like it, next. Okay? The biggest problem is if you do it, you will never be given serious responsibility. You will never be given opportunities to learn. But why the employer actually employ you is because of a tactical reason. I need your skill to do a certain task. But they will never give you some opportunities actually for you to advance further. Okay, so that's something that I would like to share with you. You now graduate, there's fantastic job opportunities. The most important things actually you have in mind, like what Professor Stevens said, it's human capital. You build up and gain your experience is the most important thing. It's not the few $100 difference in your pay. In your life, that is really nothing. Trust me. The most important thing it is grab the opportunities as much as you can to learn. Okay? And I wish you all the best getting into the working life. Thank you very much and have a good day.